It's a great day in SimWorld, everybody. Good morning and welcome to SimWorld Today. I'm B-Ron. Alongside me this morning is my co-host Yells. Good morning, sir. Happy Thursday. How you doing?
I'm good. You know how I feel about
Good.
Thursdays. I'm gonna say it every time. It's time to get thirsty. It's time to get thirsty, and I'm starting early.
Sir. Yes, sir. Look, I got some
Yeah,
water over here, man. That's all I need this morning.
you got you
all I
got the
need.
water. Mine's a little
Sir. Yeah,
different. Mine's a little different.
I'll save that for later in the day. But look, we got a lot of things to go through this morning. Let's jump right into it, shall we? We had some games last night. We're gonna talk about a couple of them here. First one we're gonna go over is the South America and Atlantis game. And oh no,
Yeah.
we're
No
no
production.
no
Production
no
messing up there.
production messing up. Here we go. All right, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Atlantis in South America.
Yeah.
This one, international teams clashing, and this did not disappoint. A really good competitive game for both these teams. Ended up being decided by a couple of points, 68-62.
Woo!
South America got the win, bounced back for their first win of the season.
That Addison
And
Sampaio is a dog.
yes. I was just gonna say, Addison Sampaio again came out and knocked the socks off everybody. It seemed like he's been doing that in the past two games this season, which is good for him. He had 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. He was doing everything for South America. Really productive game from him. Also, Luna Da Costa as well. Good game from him as well. 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. On the Atlantis side, Keontae Smith once again having a good game. 19, 9 rebounds, 1 away from a double-double. And then Nathaniel Zilberman also 17 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, shot 6 of 9 from the field.
Look at this, a close game down the stretch here.
Yeah, close game down the stretch. And it was Tyler Montalvin who put the game away at the very end. Six points for him, 11 rebounds from Texas. Decided to go across to South America and play, and he's doing a really good job over there. Very, very pleased with his play so far. And here we're gonna see the final stop of the game here. It was he's been in the corner. That was the 3 ball that got them
bucket to bring it close. They had a chance here.
They had a chance, but in the end, like I said, it was Tyler Montalvin
Big time
putting the game away, sealing it there with a block, and they were able to come away with the win.
Hey, B-Ron, that was a great game, man. That was a great game. When we were sitting there watching, I'll say Keontae Smith stood out in a major way for me. Again, it looks like he's found some offense to go along with that defense that he brought last season. 19 points, 9 boards, 2 steals, 2 blocks for Atlantis. Nathaniel Zilberman hit some big-time buckets, 5 of 8 from deep. He's a gunslinger. He's an absolute gunslinger. But outside of that, we didn't really see the production that I thought we needed to see from some other guys. Kenneth Klum went the big 0 for 5, and they really need something from him. Bjarni Janssen, I think that was supposed to be a major pull for Coach Kusa. And Zahid Pearson, only 5 points, went 1 for 8 as they shot 35% from the field. But on the other side of that, B-Ron, SimWorld Atlantis, SimWorld South America, SOAM. Look, I'm just going to call them what they are. SOAM. Addison Sampaio, man, he can get to the rack whenever he feels like it. 7 for 16. It's like the only shots he misses are ill-advised jumpers. 18 points led the team in scoring. Washington DeBrito had some debilitating plays where he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna suck the air out of the gym with those couple of dunks that he had that he really put it on people's head." And then Tyler Montalvin didn't even have to get going. Big fella down there, imposing himself when he needed to. I would love to see him get more touches. Doesn't look like that's maybe the offensive strategy this team has put together in the offseason is not to, just work it outside in or inside out like that. But 6 points, 11 big-time boards, and he was a menace defensively.
Absolutely, he was. And I think for now, that's probably where he's served best in terms of making an impact on the game. I think sometimes when you have players like that, you don't want to put them in a spot where they're forcing too much. I think Montalvan right now is in a good spot where he's just able to make the plays as they come to him naturally throughout the game versus trying to do something on every possession, if that makes sense. I think you continue to run the offense through Sampaio because he's clearly proven over these first 2 games that he can do it and that he's going to make a big impact when he does.
Yeah, for sure. They looked good. That's all I can say. I think Rick Blaze said on one of the shows, he said, "Hey, the international teams are coming," and I think that was put on full display last night because they looked good. SoM looked good. SimWorld Atlantis looked good. They're both sitting at 1-1.
Teams look really good.
Yeah, the international teams are here. They're here, baby.
They absolutely are. They absolutely are, man. Let's move into our next game, though. Shall we just keep it moving? The AT Aliens and the H-Town Hoopers were up in one of our live stream games with SimWorld TV, and this one also did not disappoint. A really fun game all the way through to the end. The TRB was absolutely rocking. Suitcase made an appearance, but in the end, it was AT Aliens who would have come out with the win, 72-65 over the Hoopers, who just the night before came off of a overtime win over Southeast Select, but this time they were on the losing end of a full regulation normal 4-quarter game here. But the AT Aliens, talk coming in was about Royce Anderson and his impact on the game and all that stuff, and he definitely made his impact, but he did have some help. It was about him, was he going to have any help this season? He sure did in this one. Richard Alpine pitched in.
Look at that almighty Saul going to work.
Willie Styles pitched in. Orion Toomey also pitched in. Toomey had 6 points, 15 rebounds total. He was all over the glass. Willie Styles as well, again, 12 points. Terrain Shelley, 11 and 3.
That's one of his big blocks there on Mr. Toomey. Sock it to me. Get that out of here, Yams.
Played really, really well in that game. And again, Royce Anderson, 10 points, 2 rebounds, no assists from him. But if you're Alpine also, 10 points, 4 rebounds, no assists from him either. But ATLs looked really good in this one. And again, for H-Town, they also looked good as well. The big guy, Mr. Yams himself, double-double, 24 points, 12 rebounds. Also added in 4 assists, too. We've seen these big men can really pass the ball. And they find their teams open, and when they do, they make an impact. Tyrell Thompson, 4 steals from him, led the way defensively for them in terms of steals. He also pitched in 10 points, 3 rebounds as well, and 2 assists, too.
Frozen.
Those were the 2 big contributors offensively, but defensively as well. They also had, J-Mo pitched in some rebounds and a steal there as well, a block.
And look at this. This was a tie game late in the third. Yep. Corey Yams going to work. I hate to cut you out there. Just saying that Corey Yams, man, he was the focal point for this team, but it seemed to get out of hand here in the 4th quarter.
It did. It got out of hand when H-Town continued to stay committed to the trap in the 4th quarter, and they got beat like 3-4 times in a row. That's when you make a switch, but it never happened. And Coach Bilardi in the press conference said that that was on him. He made the wrong call to.
Look at that move from Corey Yams. If he's going to be doing that this season, he's going to be one of the top bigs in the league.
Yes, exactly. He is going to be a problem. He continues to do stuff like that. He really, really went to work all game, like you said. But down the stretch in that 4th quarter in particular, it was Corey Yams for H-Town was really doing a lot of things good offensively. But again, they had help throughout that entire game. And it was really, really just one of those games where it could have went either way.
The Sun God.
Slim God Almighty Soul himself. He really, really put on a show for those TRB fans as well. And again, ATL was able to come away with the win. Moved 1-1 on the season.
Yeah. Lot of H-Town highlights in that package, as there very well should be, because Corey Yams was going to town, 24 points, 12 boards, like he said, and the ball was flowing through him. The Sun God showed out a little bit. Tyrell Thompson got going. The H-Town Hoopers looked very balanced. I was very pleased being a Houstonian. I was very pleased with what I saw from them, aside from the victory or the fact that they took that L. On the other side, not a whole lot of ATL in that package because there wasn't a whole lot of flash. There was a lot of substance, way
Yeah,
more substance than I expected to see. You mentioned Orion Toomey, 15 big boards. You would think that he did not play good defense based on the fact that Corey Yams finished with 24, but he made life hard. Corey
he
Yams
did.
had to take 26 shots to get 24 points. Orion Toomey made it hard on him as well as some other people in that paint. When he was in the game, he was getting it done, plus minus 60, or excuse me, 6 there. Not anything that jumps off the page, but he
Right.
got it done. He was hustling. Willie Stiles hit some really big shots, and I was impressed with what I saw from him in moments. Torian Shelley, Bevinson Patches getting after it
Yes, yes.
defensively.
Yep.
Yeah,
I've been blank on him during my stat recap, but yeah, absolutely, he did.
7 assists, only 1 steal, but the pressure that he was applying, bringing
Pressure,
that
yeah.
ball up the court and willing to make the proper pass out of the trap, I thought that was amazing. And then Royce Anderson. Royce Anderson only took 10 shots. He only had to take 10 shots. Finished
Yeah.
the game with 10 points. That trap they were taking with the team, what the H-Town was giving them, and they got it done late. So, I mean, I was really, really impressed with ATL stepping away from the flash. And man, that's a beauty. That TRB is popping. I saw some things in there, reminds me of Magic City. Oh, it was popping in there. 2 Chainz was in the building. That environment is crazy, but it was not all flash, lots of substance.
Lots of substance, and there was a lot of flash from both teams in our final recap here as we go to the Heartland Zombies reigning Trays game here. Uh, both team the final score in this one makes it look like it was a closer game, but I feel like Heartland really kind of controlled throughout the majority of the game. They won all the quarters except for the third when both teams tied.
Perfect.
But it was Jafet and Benari James. You know, Benari had 26 points, 2 assists, a rebound.
Pass.
Jafet 17 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. Benari was apparently underwhelmed by Jafet's performance in the game. He was expecting more from him, which was surprising given the way that Jafet played. Sure, he didn't get the 26 like Benari did.
Oh, big time. Jimmy King.
He did not have to because of Jimmy King. Jimmy King played a part. He's really athletic. I love it as
Freak athlete.
athleticism so much. But Jafet didn't have to put up 26 points because, like I said, he had help. He had Trevon Sherwood get 16 of his own. So with those two, you know, and then everybody else kind of pitching in and doing their part too. It really was a balanced attack on both sides. From what looking at the stats here, anyway, the Adrian Hilario for Heartland also did his thing. 14 points, 2 rebounds. Jaquan Johnson, 6 points, 10 rebounds. I feel like he had a similar stat line in their first game. But Zombies are now 2-0 to start the season.
Well, they're good. What else is there to say, B-Ron? They're good.
Yeah.
Benari James, 26 points. He gets to lead the team, much like he did last season. It looks like they have an engaged coach. We know Coach Lovelace is he loves the kids. Coach Lovelace loves the kids. He doesn't like many other people, but he loves the kids. And they got it done, man. Adrian Hilario is going to be a problem. That mid-range game that he showcased is no fluke at all. Jaquan Johnson out there willing to just get dirty, bang, bang on the inside, 10 boards. He didn't have to put up a ton of shots. AJ Blaylock getting after it defensively. You have a lot of pieces on that team. We didn't even see Barkley James get going yet. We know what can happen if he gets hot in the game, and he'll start playing a few minutes there, and he's one of the better shooters out there. And I'm a big Deontay Hilario fan. We haven't seen much of him yet because we haven't had to. On the other end of that, Rain and Trays, they looked good. I think they're going to have to get into their rotations and get into what it is they want to do. I think Jimmy King's probably going to have to start. I'm pretty sure Coach Ambar is aware of that. Excuse me. Brandon Crawford's going to need more than 10 minutes a game. He's looking really good. But Travion Sherwood, 16 points. Jafet Towns doing what we know he can do. They shore up that rotation and the lineups, and they'll be in good shape. Ethan Alexander looked good as well. Heartland Zombie Stars, I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there now. I was saying it all night last night. We got to put these kind of things out there. Are they on a collision course? We didn't talk about Lakeshore Drive, who had an impressive game yesterday as well.
They did.
Coach Lovelace, he left Lakeshore Drive. Lakeshore Drive was supposed to fall through the floor, and they're looking really good. D'Angelo Jordan's a dog. Heartland Zombie Stars, nobody expected much from them, but they are looking really, really good. They could be on a collision course for a game that I really want to see. I think somebody will get slapped in that game. I'm not endorsing it. But I will be entertained by it if it occurs.
So. Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to seeing when those two Ds meet. Man, that's gonna be fireworks for sure.
Yeah.
Let's keep it moving though, shall we? Luka Doncic put up 40 points in a triple-double in the first half of their game last night, which they ended up. But you know, the question that was posed to me that I'm going to pose to you, which I think is kind of a weird one, but has he reached his cap with the Mavs? I'm not sure what that's insinuating, personally. But I don't think he's reached his cap. Nor do I think the team has reached their cap either. I think they still need. There's still some things that could be improved on that Mavericks team. I've always liked the Mavericks from when they had Dirk. That was when I became a Mavs fan. Color scheme and all that also helps too. But I like the Mavs. I like Luka, and I'm hoping that they can continue to reach the highest of highs and get back to the finals at some point here in time. I don't know if they're able to, as they are right now, but at some point I think so. Yeah.
B-Ron, you said a whole lot of nothing. It sounds like you were being a fan there is what it sounded like.
Yes.
Stepping out because I'm not a fan. What more can he do? What more can Luka Doncic do? So that's the basis for saying that he's reached his cap. Like, he's doing it all every night. He could end up being Nikola Jokic. I mean, what Jokic is doing stat wise and having full control of the team. That's incredible. I guess he could step to that level, doing it more routinely. But that's what he does now. What more can he do? So I think he's absolutely
good already. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: you can be a great man. You can be a great individual, and I'm gonna speak humbly. I think I'm a great man. I'm a great man. But your greatness can only be felt, and your greatness can only be fully emphasized and have its greatest impact based on other people and who you're working with. A group of people, and it's not necessarily that they have to pull their weight. It's that you have to have a group of people that can be great with you, that you share the same vision. The greatness is a whole. It's not a singular thing. So as great as Luka is, he's capped because his team success has not been there. So you look at Kyrie Irving there. He's the same thing. I love Kyrie Irving. He has a lot more potential, but his potential is not based on his personal success because he's one of the most skilled players to ever play the game ever. So Luka's right there. Their greatness is going to be measured by the success of their team. So he's got more work to do, in my opinion. Is that getting the right pieces around him? Because that doesn't mean that his team isn't good. But finding the right team, which has been a challenge in the SWBA forever, when you have an individual talent like a Luka Doncic saying, hey, who can I fit around someone that's such an individual talent where we can make this lead to success? We can go backwards. I'll start with T-Mac. I hated T-Mac and wasn't a big fan of the way he played the game, but an individual talent did not lead to a championship. I'll stay in Houston. James Harden, the seasons that he had did not lead to a championship as they built around one singular person. We can continue to go back, and we'll go all the way back to AI. AI could not get it done. Melo could not get it done, and they were incredible individual talents. Might I add, on one side of the ball. Might I add on one side of the ball, B-Ron.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, outside of that, people will be like, "Well, MJ, MJ had hella help." So I don't even. We're not even going to start that this morning.
Yeah.
He had people that played roles. So individual talents, you're great, but it's got to be measured on the success of your team and what your level is. He's capped where he is right now for me.
Understandable, fair enough, and yeah, I led into it, saying that I'm a Mavs fan
Yeah, you
and
did.
a Luka fan, and I'll leave it at that. You take that for what you will. It is what it is, man. I'm gonna move on though. Look, we got some games on tap for today. There's some really good ones here, and out of all of the games, out of all of the players you could want to see, that kind of thing, what are you looking forward to seeing, or who or what are you looking forward to seeing most from today's games? I know there's a lot of talk about the Sunshine Goose situation and him playing his first home game potentially today. That is the obvious choice. I'm going to go in a different direction though, because they've been kind of hot lately to start the season. I want to look at Gulf Coast Lockdown playing against Indy today. The 9 o'clock game on SimWorld TV. Coach Heesh and them boys, they came in and they're ready to go. Undefeated 2-0 coming into this game against Indy, and can they go 3-0? Is Coach Heesh going to continue to make some noise? And the team, if they do go 3-0, all those questions will be answered tonight at 9 once that game's over.
Well,
Dragon Ball Z and all that
stuff. I know we don't have much time. You didn't leave me much time, and that's good because I talk a lot. So we'll go ahead and get us out of here. I'm on the other side of that one. I'll give my 1B before I give my 1A. 1B, okay. Monte Parsons heading into Run DMV, which is a smaller team. I'm a Monte Parsons fan. Monte Parsons, look, I should learn how to say his name right. I expect him to go crazy. I want to see a lot of points from this man. I want to see him dominate a team that can't handle an inside presence. Yeah. On the other side, you went Gulf Coast. I'm going to Indy. I want to see Dylan Harper. This is our first chance to see him live on a broadcast, on a broadcast stream nationally. That's what I want to see.
All right. Well, look, we look forward to seeing all the action today on SimWorld TV and all the games that go on throughout the day as well. Remember, you guys, if you're here on YouTube, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And remember, SimWorld is the only place where you can see the game, be the game. We'll see you tomorrow on Friday.
This has been a presentation of SimWorld Sports.